Hi, Tanya. How are you, Tanya? Oh, so she can't hear the video.
I hope you guys are ready because things are about to get very, 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 very messy.
There we go.
You guys had the opportunity to vote on team captains by purchasing camp merch. And the winners of that were Hassan.
Oh, big surprise.
Whoa. And Ludwig.
Yeah.
Ludwig.
Who got more votes between us?
Who got more votes between
Yeah,
you?
between me and Hassan, who got more votes?
Hassan did.
Thank you, Tanya.
I feel like
You are,
weren't you tweeting about?
Oh god, honestly the worst part is the cotton. The gauze makes me kind of gag. But my mouth, not as numb anymore. It was fun when it felt puffy. My tongue is back, and I have an ice pack. There's gauze I have to change out in 10 minutes already. Fuck. I can't eat yet until I take the gauze out and let it what's it called, clot for a little bit, or drink water. I miss water so bad.
Actually,
I like filled up a water bottle before I left to go and I almost drank it. Oh, that would have fucked things up. But I just want water. I don't even want food yet. I just want water. I ate gummies and I ate yogurt at like 2 a.m. yesterday so that I had some food in me.
your existence is a national tragedy.
you were saying like, oh, please buy my girlfriend.
Sorry, I like supporting things.
Kitty, I have four holes in my mouth. But they should have let me keep them. I was too hazy. I should have asked. I have good pain meds, I think. I forgot what I got. It's like one's called Lapol. And I have ibuprofen. And right now I don't feel it, but my mouth is still. Okay, that's not what it's called. I swear it said hydroxycodone. Hydrocodone. It's an opioid. I have an opioid in my mouth. Woo!
This number is a lie. It has to be a lie.
That's too many months. I need you to put them away. Also, thank you for the 16 months of subs. That's almost 2 babies. That's a lot of Twitch babies. Okay, so I have hydrocodone. I don't feel my mouth yet, except it's a little bit numb right here. I feel this side fine. I don't feel a pain. And I have ibuprofen, and I'm taking them at the same time at the moment. And then I'll wean myself off this one. And then I'll sell them on the black market. I'm no longer wise, guys. I also got them out when I'm 25. I tried, but my pockets are full. Do you have any room in your wallet? I'm pretty lucid. I thought I'd be funny, saying funny shit. I think I might have said funny shit when I got out. I kind of remember the dentist, the oral surgeon's assistant asking if I lived at home. I think I said yes. I said a lot of my friends are living at home. Cry sad, I'm a loser. But I wasn't this, and I'm still sad about it. I can't have alcohol. We're like 5 days. I almost gagged. The gauze makes me gaggy. Also, how are you, Minkin?
Surgery.
Yeah, I know. How did it go?
I didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
Why can't this be me?
I feel fine.
Kind of felt good, didn't it?
Is this real life?
Yeah, this is real life.
Okay, now I have 2 fingers.
Good.
4 fingers.
4 4 fingers. No, don't put that in. Don't put it in your mouth.
I laughed and
Okay.
blood just came out of my mouth. Kelly goes,
You
no.
feel good?
I can't see anything.
Yes, you can.
I was
Stay in your seat.
This David, his username is Booba. Booba1234. I'll add it.
I don't feel tired.
You don't?
Oh, I fucking.
No?
I will say my words are kind of messy right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm mixing things up a lot.
Do I have stitches
But that's
Yes.
normal.
on my teeth?
Yeah. Don't touch it. Don't.
Why can't I touch it?
Because it'll mess up the stitches.
You have 4 eyes.
Yeah.
I feel funny. Why is this happening to me?
It's okay, bud. It's just from the medicine. Okay?
Is this going to be forever?
No. No, it won't be forever.
Yeah, any new videos of David after he does this? David's old.
Are you videoing?
Yeah.
This is chicken feet.
Chicken feet.
Ugh.
Oh.
See that right there? That's bone.
Eat it. Do it.
Hold on, let me turn it around. I ain't eating that.
What is this? He has a gaming channel. Oh.
Hey guys, this is David. I just want to make sure you
Guys,
come
he's a
check out-
gamer now. Oh, he hasn't played in 2 years. This has real. This also has graphic design as my passion. And they still have the tooth, but they made him like a weird version of him, young and old, and it's scaly looking. And the font choice is a little basic, and so with the stroke and the blue with the dark blue isn't exactly enticing, and his eyes are kind of scary.
I think you can from 30 if you get lucky. Like, come on, Wesley.
I have
Don't
to
be like
take my
this.
gauze out in 3 minutes. Does anyone want
I
to come
hate
with
that
me?
melee. It's so
What the heck was that?
amazing. Yeah, Wesley just uses his aimbot, aka controller.
Yeah.
Wow, Nick just comes up to clean.
The clean.
Yeah, David was really low. It was unfortunate.
Oh, Twilight Oath drop.
Oh, I missed. I did. Yeah.
I'm asking Chad who wants
need
me
to
to
get-
take out my gauze. Is that exciting? Did he? I even realized. Time to go back. I thought you said his aimbot, which is
Twilight
his
Oath
controller.
drop.
Oh, I missed. I did. aka controller.
Did he really?
Uses his aimbot, aka controller.
Why do you call it a gay controller? His controller likes to have sex with other controllers that are of the same sex, because controllers are definitely sex. They're happy controllers. This is proving to be very disappointing. This man's could have had it all, but he made everything bad. He's gotta go back to the dentist. I'm disappointed.
Hey guys, this is David. I just want to make sure.
Booba!
Yeah, I know.
Also, how weird is it that they put up his high school graduation stuff? Now I know he's old and he's in college. Emoji carpool. Let me look at their top videos. Besides David After Dentist. Is this a... Oh no.
Yeah, David's about to go get his extra tooth taken out. That is Uncle Alex's fault. So he's gonna tell you how he feels about it. Are you nervous?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So are you milking this for all you got?
Yes.
Sit back a little bit. Go back a bit. There you go, right there. So what'd you get out of this?
Ice cream, desserts,
And what kind of, what'd you get this morning?
video games.
All right, we'll let you know how he feels after we get out. Bye.
Is he okay?
Thank you, Lord. What?
I'm okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I can control my body.
You can't? No? Don't mess with it. Stop.
Is that a website? Does anyone else see this? I'm gonna take my clothes out. I'll be right back. I'm getting the cause I'm doing it here. You're gonna look at my blood. That made me gag. I'm so sorry. Even after dentist website is just default merch with bathrooms. I'm nice. No one has to see my blood. I took out the gauze, and you're gonna have to just watch me put it in my mouth and fold it up. It's nice being able. Oh, it's starting to hurt. I'm starting to feel the pain, and I think it's because I'm talking. Beep boop. Hi, swordfish. Hey. This is the best thing to have on Twitch. This is how you put the gauze in your mouth after a wisdom teeth removal. Ah! I'm feeling... Ugh. I'm feeling pretty fine. This is a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Why does it make me gag? Also, we found out David After Dentist sells bathroom stuff. This is the David After Dentist website. I'm sorry, kitty. I won't do it again. This is davidafterdentist.com. What is your ass out for? It says after dentist at home national forum. This is lame.
You have 4 eyes.
Yeah. I do, huh?
Swordfish, how are you? Who's texting me? I hate, you know what I hate? Towels. Why are you all touching this? Go away. How is that? How is class? How is door moving? I definitely need a new ice pack. Okay. Wait. I'm gonna play the Philip DeFranco video and I'll be right back.
Sup, you beautiful.
Drop the pics. Do it. I wanna look at it. Look at them. Oh god. I'm gonna get an ice pack. I'll be right back.
Bastards, welcome back to the Philip DeFranco Show. Hope you had a fantastic Tuesday. If you missed it because it was Labor Day, I did a Monday show for you. Definitely check it out. But I have to start today's show with some sad news. I had a conversation with my wife over the weekend, and she informed me that she is not comfortable with me actually launching an OnlyFans. So for the three of you that were hoping the joke would turn into reality, I'm sorry. But as it turns out, there may be another solution. What if I found someone that actually looked like me? I put them up on OnlyFans. People are like, hey, it's close enough to the real deal. Boom. Money. And as it turns out, this isn't just some hypothetical. Let me introduce you to Paige Neiman. And over the last few years, she has built an absolutely massive online following by just impersonating Ariana Grande. And you know, she doesn't just kinda look like Ariana Grande. These are photos of two different people. And even if you don't follow her, you might be familiar with Paige because we actually talked about her back in 2020, which is when the real Ariana Grande called a TikTok trend at the time of people impersonating her or characters that she's played degrading, which led to Paige, who was 15 at the time, saying,
I'm used to Ariana shading me, so
Yeah, I mean,
it's
whatever.
I'm just here to entertain people. Like, it's not how
True.
we am in real life. Kind of why I'm not a fan of her anymore, honestly.
But fan or not, that didn't stop Paige from continuing to impersonate Grande, and now that she is 18, she has launched an OnlyFans. It's one that she labeled 18 plus for not safe for work adult content. Though in her bio, she says she's not cosplaying or impersonating, but still, that hasn't stopped a ton of people going, okay.
How did I pause it? Also, look, I can squish my face like.
Hey, you're saying that, but really, we know what's going on here. With people noting, it's obvious she's doing her makeup exactly like Ariana, and in a recent leaked photo from her OnlyFans, it's clear her face is edited to look more like Ariana. I wish her the best truly, but this has gone way too far. Some having also referred to this as cosplay porn and saying, impersonating Ariana is one thing, but creating an OnlyFans, that's disgusting. She's using Ariana's persona to sell adult content. That can be viewed as sexual exploitation. And I will say, at the very least, it is a little bit weird. It feels a little bit like someone monetizing a non-tech version of a deepfake. But also, there appears to be nothing illegal about.
Okay, wait, look at desktop real quick. Rob, oh. I'm gonna miss. Rob has this one, kind of like this, like the same look, except there's like a caption about the movie or underneath over here. I like these a lot, but I really like the still better. They're both really good though. I think for a dorm this fits better. I think this by itself on a wall is gonna look very it just looks kind of like a generic wall decor thing, even though I know this is Spider-Man, so I vote for this one on the dorm wall. Do it, Kitty! Do it! Make that coin! What did I miss about Philip DeFranco though? I have to figure out where it is. Nope. Where's my mouse?
What she's doing just may be morally questionable. And honestly, I think when it comes to guys, morally questionable is not something that usually stops a decent percentage from whipping out a credit card. Or, like, I'm aware that even talking about this story, there are going to be a number of guys out there that are like, this is ridiculous, disgusting, so wrong. Can you send me the link so I can verify my feelings on this? And ultimately, like a lot of the things in the social media age, the anger or disgust or whatever you want to call it, it just results in people making more money. And so with this, the two questions I'll leave you with is, one, what are your thoughts on this story in general? And two, if you look like me, but are slightly more attractive and or fit, please email me for a possible business venture. This is a news show. Then I want to talk to you about TikTok because there was some news recently that broke and it made me wonder, is there something that could happen with TikTok that would actually make me delete the app? Because it brings me a questionable amount of joy, which I'll touch on in a second. So it makes me go like, what would I be comfortable with? Since, you know, the more you enjoy something, the more bullshit you'll deal with. And the reason that was on my mind is because, as Bloomberg reported, on Monday, several cybersecurity analysts tweeted about the discovery of what was purportedly a breach of an insecure server that allowed access to TikTok storage, which they believed contained personal user data. Noting only days earlier, Microsoft said it had found a high-severity vulnerability in TikTok's Android application, which would have allowed attackers to compromise users' accounts with a single click. So concerning, but then on the other side of this, you have TikTok saying, no, the reporting here is inaccurate, and saying, quote, our security team investigated the statement and determined that the code in question is completely unrelated to TikTok's back-end source code. So with that, we saw Troy Hunt, an Australian web security consultant who we actually had on the podcast back when I had a podcast, reportedly going through some of the data samples and saying that he found matches between user profiles and videos posted under those IDs, but also noting that some of the details included in the leak were publicly accessible data that could have been constructed without breach, and saying this is so far pretty inconclusive. It's a bit of a mixed bag so far. So you have all of that happening, as well as Joe Biden potentially signing an executive order soon that could impact TikTok, but I don't know if there is anything that would actually make me delete the app. And it's not because we post TikTok impact tag so far. So you have all of that constructed without breach, and saying this is
that not the Elgato logo? Is he wearing an Elgato shirt?
So far pretty inconclusive. It's a bit of a mixed pack TikTok, but I don't know if there is anything that would actually make me delete the app. And it's not because we post TikToks and crush on that platform. In fact, I lose money by putting content out on TikTok, but just the sheer amount of messiness that people knowingly and publicly put out on that platform, it is irreplaceable. Like, don't get me wrong, most of my TikTok feed, it's just like...
I'm on the delete TikTok feed right now, so I can't watch it while I'm like this. I miss it. How's the area? Are you the do? I already did this, Rob, and we found out some big things. No one else knows this. Thank you. I appreciate that, me here. It made sense since I just came out of my dentist translation class. David at thedentist.com is now a default merch site that has nothing on it and also advertises for bathroom renovations. So that's pretty crazy. And now I'm watching Philip DeFranco. So I'm cozy. I think I pressed the off button. What did I do? Alt. Away. Rob, look at the posters Swordfish wants in my Discord. They're totally the same thing. Dentist office is just a bathroom with no toilet and a shower. It's a chair that you can't poop in, and maybe a sink and a light over your face. That's definitely the same thing. The guava? You let a dentist renovate your bathroom? I'm on drugs. Yeah, we found out David has a gaming channel. And he's homophobic. 2 years ago, he called his friend's controller gay. It made so much more sense, you know? Gay controllers, you put in one plug and you put in your computer. It's basically gay sex. It's definitely gay sex. First path is cool. Let's go, Swordfish. I'm so sorry. Me here. Guava's so good in so many things. I'm excited for a smoothie tomorrow. Gay controller, I respect his omen. That one was good. That one was a good one. You wear cat ears? Callie wears cat ears.
Medium.
It all makes sense.
TikTok, both kind of mainstream as well as my favorite person on the app. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. It's like Tony Stadovsky. But in addition to that, I have a group chat that is just dedicated to messy TikToks. I got to show you the newest one. People just posting this shit for free. Blows my mind. Here we go.
You conveniently missed a few things here, so let me help you out with this timeline.
I got this on my FYP. It's insane. Watch this. Watch this. You all have to watch this. Listen. You all have to listen right now, okay? Okay?
He cheated on me first. I forgave him. We went on to have a couple of children, and later on in our marriage, we decided to start swinging with the couple next door. Partaking in that swinging blurred any boundary of monogamy that we had previously had. While we were swinging, we became heavily involved in drinking. While we were drinking, I eventually had an affair and got pregnant. I told him that I had the affair. I told him I got pregnant. I told him I wanted to keep the baby. He said, hey, I'll raise the baby as my own, since the biological father wanted nothing to do with her. Little did I know that behind the scenes he was having an affair with my mother, and they were mustering up this whole plan on how they were going to take my children from me and go live happily ever after. We both cheated on one another, but I never deserved for my mother to betray me in the manner that she did. I could quite literally care less if the entire world fucking hates me. My entire family has hated me my entire life. I've hated myself my entire life. I think I'm a terrible fucking person, quite honestly. So go ahead, hate me. Tell me that I deserved all of this. Tell me that I made my bed. Tell me that if it wasn't for me, this all wouldn't have happened, right? But what you're not gonna do is point me out to be the only bad guy in this situation, because I wasn't the only bad guy.
I told you! I told you had to listen. He does. And then I went through her page, and she explained how her mother and her ex-husband, thank you, Plumber, took her kids from her through CPS, and then she eventually got them back, and how traumatized her kids are from it. It's so sad, but it's like, what the fuck, that's real? She obviously no longer has a relationship with her mom. Remember, this is exactly what Callie says when people it's just wild. I can't even think. This is wild.
That's amazing. I want to go to their Thanksgiving dinner this year. All of a sudden, my problems don't feel that big. Then, easily one of my favorite stories today starts with the headline, more than 100 students baptized without parents' permission at North Carolina school. Which, of course, if you're not a religious person, is a headline that makes you go, what the fuck? You're gonna indoctrinate my...
I've said this before, but you guys gotta try YouTube Shorts. That shit's wild, too. Exactly what Callie said, I couldn't think. She made that video for free. What her mom did. It's not a minion, but it's close.
Child without permission? And I saw a number of people having that reaction, but if you read past the headline, what actually happened is that there's a Christian school and a number of people were scheduled to get baptized, but also they opened it up, said, hey, even if you're not scheduled, let us know if you want to get baptized. And according to this private Christian school, around 100 middle school and high school students said, yeah, I want to do that. And so it generated most of the anger where parents that just wanted to be there to witness.
Literally, well, when I was on TikTok, she was responding to everyone all the time, and she shared so many details about how it happened.
With the school actually later issuing an apology saying, I do understand that parents would desire to be a part of something so wonderful happening in the lives of their children. And so I apologize that we did not take that into consideration in that moment. With Renee saying that most of the parents that were contacted were glad, but noting that some were unhappy with the move, which brings us to the best line of this fucking story. Some of the children had already been baptized, and at least one family was concerned that a second baptism could undo the first. Which that's just fucking hilarious. And two, it might even be funnier if it turned out that God existed and your child didn't get into heaven because of a clerical error. Like, imagine everything with religion's real, that child grows up, invents the cure to cancer, gives all their money away, and they die peacefully in their sleep. They go to heaven, and then Peter's at the gates like, oh, God.
Are you tempting me to watch old Casey videos?
Double dip the chip. Or two,
you watch old Casey videos?
The second time, I imagine it's like if you got buffs that were stacking the video game.
That's too true.
But from that, I want to take a quick second to thank the fantastic sponsor of today's show, Raycon. Raycon's wireless earbuds give you amazing audio quality wherever you go. How does a minimum wage fast food worker making $22 per hour sound to you? And I ask you that not because I like random hypotheticals, but rather because of this news we're seeing out of California. So to celebrate Labor Day yesterday, California Governor Gavin Newsom signed a landmark bill that will massively increase protections and wages for fast food workers in the state. Under the legislation, California will now officially create the first ever state council given the authority to set up standards on minimum wage, safety, hours, and other working conditions. It will be composed of 4 workers, delegates, 4 employers, representatives, and 2 state officials. And what they do will likely be massively for the more than 500,000 fast food workers in California. And that's especially true when it comes to wages, because the new law allows the body to raise the minimum wage as high as $22 an hour for fast food chains with more than 100 restaurants starting next year, with also cost of living adjustments after that as well. So we're talking about a potential massive jump from the current statewide minimum wage of $15 an hour for businesses with more than 26 employees. And so with this, you had many labor groups applauding the legislation, saying that it's necessary to protect a group of workers in a sector that is strongly relying on the franchise business model that they say is riddled with worker abuses and wage theft, and claiming that this is a powerful step forward in what's known as sectoral bargaining, which allows workers and management to negotiate industry-wide wages and conditions instead of doing so at individual companies and locations, and arguing that it's especially important in this specific industry, where they say enforcement of proper working conditions and other protections have traditionally required workers to come forward against their corporate overlord employers, with the president of the Service Employees International Union calling the bill one of the most important pieces of labor legislation in a generation. But on the other side of this,
you know what sucks? It's just like people always like you can't raise it. It's gonna lead to an inflation. Bitch, we already live in an inflation. Labor wages have not been able to keep up since like the 80s, bro. We're dying over here. My mouth is starting to hurt. So you can shut your fucking mouth. It's all inflated and it'll keep going up because inflation's not stopping, and the US owes all of this debt to all these other countries that are also buying our debt. We're just a country that's bought out, bro.
We also saw many fast food restaurants and franchise owners condemning the law, with the International Franchise Association, which represents the industry, saying franchisees told them they do not know how they'll be able to make it once the bill goes into effect, and arguing that the law will raise prices for businesses that will then be passed on to consumers. And they are citing an analysis from the University of California Riverside that found that a 60%
that was good, dude.
Increase in worker compensation could increase prices by as much as 20%, with some opponents even saying they've had early
but pure wisdom. Thank you. Housing market collapse report. I mean, I'm waiting for it to collapse. Like, on God, it collapses. No bueno for my parents, right? They're stuck in a state they cannot afford, and my mom's gonna be working until she died. That's very sad. If it collapses, though, I can afford to move out. Eek. Also, I just did this, and it hurt in the weirdest spots in my mouth. Swordfish? Speaking facts.
Talks about launching a campaign to put the issue before California voters in a referendum in 2024. And so with all of that said, I'd love to know your thoughts on this story and this recently signed bill. Are you for it? Are you against it? Why not? Let me know. And then the final thing that I want to talk about today as I hide inside from just the ridiculously stupid hot weather in California right now
is
so
all
this
hot.
big Trump news. And today it is specifically about...
It was 110 up until like 11 p.m. last night. And then it didn't like cool off until like 7 a.m. and it finally hit like 60 degrees. But I had to close my window last night early, so it's still warm.
The criminal investigation into the records that Trump kept at Mar-a-Lago, because a Trump-appointed...
I have accepted the fact inflation will keep going up and everything will be more expensive and it'll never stop, so we have to get along with it and just go with it at this point. Because I don't know how to fix the inflation, but we all need higher wages anyways to keep up with the inflation, so it's all just gonna go wrong in the end and everything will fall apart, and that's okay because maybe it needs to.
The judge has now intervened to allow a special master to oversee the review of the documents and temporarily block the DOJ from accessing them. This, as we previously talked about, after Trump requested the appointment of this special master, who would be an independent arbitrator tasked with filtering out privileged information in criminal cases where there is concern certain...
Sorry, I have to keep pausing. We get Muzzy 72% in 13 more days. Parties.
Materials shouldn't be seen by investigators. And in her decision Monday, Trump appointee and U.S. District Judge Aileen Cannon argued that there was a need to ensure the appearance of fairness and integrity under the extraordinary circumstances presented. But also, very notably here, Cannon went way beyond just allowing the special master to filter the documents based on what may be protected under attorney-client privilege, as is typical. She also granted the third party much broader powers by saying they can also evaluate materials for those that could be subject to executive privilege. That's incredibly significant here because Trump has repeatedly tried to claim he exercised broad executive privileges over many of the thousands of documents. And even though the Department of Justice and White House have both actively rejected that claim, Cannon's ruling here could mean that a special master will further limit potentially crucial information that investigators need to see. Which is why you have legal experts having repeatedly said that the request for a special master is just another effort by Trump to undermine the DOJ's legitimacy. And now you have many saying that Cannon's decision to actually grant this is incredibly unusual and highly problematic. This including Stephen Vladeck, a law professor at the University of Texas, who described the decision as an unprecedented intervention by a federal district judge
I opened up the wrong app. No, I have not.
Into the middle of an ongoing federal
What is
criminal
that?
and national security investigation,
Thank
and others
you,
also
Major. I
specifically questioning
appreciate
Cannon's
that.
decision to allow the special master to review materials subject to executive privilege, with the New York Times explaining. The Justice Department is itself part of the executive branch, and a court has never held that a former president can invoke the privilege to keep records from his time in office away from the executive branch itself. And so as far as what happens next, while the DOJ will be forced to stop reviewing the documents, Cannon said that the intelligence community can still continue its review. The decision also won't shut down the DOJ's criminal investigation, though it will slow it down. That said, the department could appeal this decision, but that risks sending the matter to a Trump-favoring appellate court, and then even potentially to the conservative majority Supreme Court. A move that has a number of people worried would raise concerns about sweeping rulings that the High Court could make on executive privilege that would then very much help Trump.
Thank you for telling me
that is where
Maybe
that
I should
story
learn
and
it.
today's show ends. As always, thank you for watching and subscribing to my daily dives in the news. And if you need more news, I got the newest video right here or in the links down below. But of course, as always, my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love yo faces, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, see you later. I don't like you. Okay. Oh, this is numb still. Ooh, okay. I'm kind of interested in this. Thank you, Sweet Panties. I'll go lurk you.
Budget bargain bin movies, the kind of stuff made for pennies on the dollar that never had a hope of making it into theaters. While I've been
Give me a second. I gotta do the things, you know? Ooh, why is everyone's opinions on hosts being gone? Twitch taking off hosts. What are the opinions? That's a hot one that just happened. They're doing it starting October 3rd. That's what's happening. October 3rd, they're getting rid of hosts altogether. It's making me gag. I'm so sorry. This is me also pulling off my cheeks. This one hurts. Okay. So, this is my idea. Here we go. White woman, talking points time. Woo! Yeah, okay. So, one thing I'd say is the only thing that hosts really did, and it was only speculated, and I have not been able to find any sources to confirm this, is that hosts were good to like help boost you in the algorithm and show up in recommendations, but I think recommendations really just came from mutuals and who people that were in like that cross communities also watched. So like, you know, obviously if someone follows Rob but doesn't follow me, I would show up as a recommendation in the sidebar if they were watching Rob, because I'm similar to Rob, and also like our communities are very similar, and we share like I think 50 or 60% of the same audience, right? Makes sense. We're a couple. But people have always said that if you host someone, it helps boost them in the recommendations more, etc., etc. I don't know how true that is. Maybe it's like you host them and then people who follow you are more likely to get that person in your recommendations. But that's all speculation. So that's all it really seemed to do. I raid, and when you raid, you host somebody, right? And sometimes raids don't go through. So this is my other thing. This is like the only points where I think it's like, okay. I wonder what the solutions are going to be to this. But when you raid someone, it doesn't go through. You show up and you see the stream and you can just click on it. I also don't think, like, I don't see a reason why you want to get rid of hosting if you raid someone. I think raiding and hosting should be one and the same. But maybe you don't need to add a host button, so you're not just going around like hosting randos. I don't think you need to have an auto host list when you're offline. Because when I do go to someone's channel, the only time it is good for me, and when I enjoy seeing a host show up, is when they just raid it out, or I just missed them and I clicked on their stream, like just right at the end of the stream, and then I see the person that they raided. That's the only time. Other times when I go on people's profiles, I mute the tab. Also, I don't know if people have experienced this when you stream, but people are like very watchful on who your auto host list is, and if you like leave it, it is scary. So I think just like hosting someone, maybe it's like the only actual time that there's like hosting someone and not raiding into them, just host them while you're offline, is like bigger streamers who just have like offline chats. I'm not big. Most of streaming is not big streamers. That was a gross cough. So like, it doesn't do anything. If there's no offline chat, like you're just hosting to who? No one. And the only thing it might do is help you show up in recommendations. So it is very obsolete. I am puffing. Shut the fuck up. I think it's obsolete and fine. It works out. But I don't know. I don't know if I agree with me though that like don't get rid of hosts. You like need to do better content. But I'm very curious what his arguments are, because I think it's very annoying and kind of lazy at this point to be like, well, if you're doing all of the things and you're not producing good content, then that, you know, it's like, okay, yes, you need to work on content, but definitely like doing things that are trendy or looking like certain people works out. And that is my end rant. Hello, Richie. Hello, Liam. I think I need to change costume. I do. Bye-bye. I'll be right back. I'm bleeding a lot. I think it's because I'm talking right now. I'm gonna run an ad. I'll be right back. I'm gonna change gauze. And then we'll go back to... We go back to this. I was excited to watch this. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Been finding a few diamonds in the rough. Mostly, it's been pretty slow going. But lately in my journeys, I have stumbled upon a truly stupefying genre. That being the Harry Potter knockoff. It's been about 20 years since the first Potter pictures hit the silver screen, and during the aughts, witches and wizards were all the rage. Wanting to score a bit of box office magic for themselves, several small-time movie production companies threw together a collection of half-hearted attempts to capitalize on the craze. Throwing caution to the wind, I leapt headfirst into this spellbinding rabbit hole and have finally clawed my way out to report my findings. Spoiler alert, they're all terrible. We'll start with what I personally feel is the bottom of the barrel, the mystical adventures of Billy Owens. Based on the poster, I figured I was in for a mediocre, run-of-the-mill ripoff where a group of 3 friends go on a magical adventure and learn heartwarming lessons about friendship and courage. I wish that's what this was. I wish it was mediocre. Let me clarify at the outset, I am extremely forgiving of terrible low-budget movies. I've made quite a few of my own. I am willing to overlook a litany of shortcomings. I can sit through second-rate performances. I can stand poor set design. I don't need to be wowed by fancy camera work. I enjoy and celebrate.
You have to do it through Ad Manager. Here, I'll show you real quick. Ready? We'll go over here. You can add this doc, and then you can press this edit button, and then you can set your ads. But what I'm trying to do and get in the habit of, this is not what I wanted, is the run 30-second ads thing, and then you guys don't get ads for an hour and 16 minutes now, but you can get pre-rolls, and you can also run like 3-minute ads. They're 30-second ads, but then it stops ads for a while. But if you do like 3 minutes within an hour, you get no pre-rolls. No, that's my stream key, Swordfish. That's my stream key. You can get your own stream key, okay? I already bought a shirt with my stream key on it. I haven't worn it in a while. Oh, it's Pete Panny's birthday? I'm gonna fucking read Pete Panny's after this. I'm gonna wish him a good birthday.
movies that do their best with what they have, and with all that in mind, let me be absolutely clear that The Mystical Adventures of Billy Owens is the worst movie that I have seen up to this point in my life. I resent that it has taken so much of my life away from me, from watching it to now reviewing it. Every moment that I spend on this movie is time that future Austin will one day desperately wish that he had back. Let's get into the movie. Often referenced as the rip-off Canadian Harry Potter, The Mystical Adventures of Billy Owens centers around a young boy named William something who cares Owens, who lives in the mysterious town of Spirit River in Alberta, Canada.
I paid
Billy
is
about to turn 11 years old. Sound familiar? Billy's birthday's a bit unique though. He's set to turn 11 on the 11th day of the 11th month at 11 p.m. And 11, as I'm sure we are all aware, is the magical number.
This is the Harry Potter movies we have to live with now because J.K. Rowling sucks.
So it stands to reason that Billy will soon be given magical powers.
Also, what the fuck? Austin McConnell? I don't know if you guys have ever watched his videos before. They're very good. Total lighting upgrade. Man, it's got a grid. He's got continuous light going with a grid on it to help soften it. Amazing.
That 11 p.m. is not
you can see in his glasses sometimes, but oh, it looks so good.
Actually, the 11th hour, and
I did. Okay, wait, swordfish. Listen to this. Listen to this. What is it called? What's the new book called? It's okay. The Ink Black Heart. No, but listen to. Yeah, it is fanfic of herself. Playing Roblox with my little sister. Gotta be have fun, Liam. I love you. Oh, Bash, thank you so much. That's so sweet. It's also true. It is just Star Wars and magic. Okay, so the Ink Black Heart is J.K. Rowling, right? It's the 6th novel in the Cormoran Strike, and the shit has a TV show on the BBC in the UK, and there's like 4 or 5 seasons of it. Everyone was talking about it's like this one novel about how it's like her experience online, whatever, it's a fanfic about or something. Why are we not talking about that there's 5 other books and there's a whole ass TV series that's ongoing and in production right now that has been going on since like I think it was like 2017 or something stupid. '14. It premiered on August 27, 2017. There's a whole ass show about this book series. It's like a detective book series. Whole ass show with like 4 or 5 seasons, and there's 5 other books, and no one said that until I started Googling it, and I'm very disappointed in all of you for not letting me know. Rude.
Not in keeping with the number 11 motif. Who cares?
And she keeps doing new genres.
With 2 dudes in a boat floating through a dark and gloomy river. They're both searching for some kind of hidden treasure marked on a cloth map.
Who is a guy who created gay conversion therapy. Like, my god.
Billy Owens centers around
excellent.
Through a dark and gloomy river. They're both searching for some kind of hidden treasure marked on a cloth map. One dude wants to turn back because the storm is getting too rough, and the other wants to keep going. It's worth noting that the waters look
Watch this. Ready? Robert Galbraith, doctor, was an American psychiatrist. He followed the theory of biological psychiatry that organic defects were the sole source of mental illness, and that consequently mental problems were treatable by physical means. Oh god. Uh-ohs. Okay. There's also a doctor about 45 minutes away from me who has the same name, and I feel bad for that guy. He published 425 papers in 3 books. One of his first papers is dated 1946. Thank you for Muzzy, Party Plimbo, and Rio. Here, I clicked on his wiki page. I clicked on the wiki page. He performed many experiments there involving electrical stimulation of the brain via surgically implanted electrodes. He placed deep in 1972, he claimed to have converted a homosexual man to heterosexuality using DBS. He also experimented with the drug bulbocapine to induce stupor and LSD using prisoners in the Louisiana State Penitentiary as experimental subjects. He worked on schizophrenia patients, which he regarded as an illness with a physical basis. Today, his work is considered highly controversial and is only rarely used as a reference material. See, gay conversion therapy. He used like drugs and electrodes to try and convert homosexual men into straight men. Callie, thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're gonna watch Muzzy soon, guys. It's gonna be fucking cozy.
To me,
you saw it on the map. Our destiny is etched in this map. My map. And I won't turn back. You must turn back. I won't.
Okay, Hagrid.
The creature.
You're the creature?
Rowdy Piper? What did he do? That's like a Randy Savage Spider-Man cameo. You're going nowhere. I got you for 83 minutes.
Even the poster! I even see the poster was just Harry Potter.
Rowdy Roddy Piper is this movie's Dumbledore. So
Oh,
Rowdy
I
and the
thought
other
he was
dude press
Hagrid.
ahead and are soon attacked by a giant 3D dragon. Peep those visual effects. This shot should have clued me in that I was about to have a bad time. You'll notice
I wish
it's
I
not
was on
even
that
fully
VFX
rendered.
team.
So Rowdy Roddy's companion is quickly swallowed up and we smash cut to the opening credits. I think this is just a loop of the same effect.
Bye, Swordfish. Thank you so much. I'll be ending in like a little bit because my mouth hurts.
River. I think they were going for Twin Peak vibes. but it
That's
doesn't
true,
quite
Richie!
No, this may not be the story.
Someone should chalk him. I think he's dead. When did he die? No one says when he died? Oh, he died on September 21st, 1999 in St. Petersburg, Florida at the age of 84.
Of knights in shining armor, but dragons and
I
heroes.
won't.
It
I have to
certainly
change
has.
God's
This
next
is my
in
friend
19
Billy,
minutes.
and today on his 11th
I also
birthday,
need new eyes
the
now.
fate of Spirit River will land in his hands.
The narration is performed
Thank you so
by
much
the
for
Flukes
hanging,
Hermione
Swordfish. Good luck with
stand-in.
school
She
and dorm.
introduces us to Billy proper, and we follow him through the morning of his fateful birthday. He starts by visiting his mom at a fancy tea room she runs. It's a fun location, but a little nauseating because the entire scene is a single wobbly tracking shot. I cannot overstate how rough it was to watch that on a big screen. Also, right away, you can see the camera crew in a mirror. Eagle-eyed cinematographers might notice that they are shooting this movie on a camcorder. You can tell because the iris keeps auto-adjusting whenever they switch lighting conditions, and it cannot figure out where to focus. The mom tells Billy to rack his bike
Oh my
because
god, that
on
mom
his
has
special
been in stuff. That mom's been in
day,
stuff.
she's driving him to
What has she been in? I recognize her, but what has she been in?
school. Once there, we meet his two friends, fake Hermione and fake Ron. They head through the halls of the school to get to class,
like a
but are stopped by
nerd.
fake Malfoy. There's
My
a
mouth
brief
is starting to
bullying
hurt.
scene,
I
and
think it's
Billy
because I'm
gets help
talking.
from
But
fake
the numbing's worn
McGonagall
off,
and
too.
fake Professor
How are
Quirrell.
you
The first
feeling,
time I watched
Turbo?
this movie, I completely forgot that
I'm
this was the
lucid.
dude from the cold open. That
And I'm
confused me
kinda
for like,
sleepy.
I don't know, 40 minutes. So while the kids are at school, we get a
Buckle
bit
up.
more
Ugh.
insight into their personalities. The Hermione
I
girl
can't
shtick
take
is that
drugs
she's a
until, like,
bookworm with
8
tons
o'clock.
of useless information that makes her seem like a know-it-all.
It is a well-known fact that the matriarchal lineage was very important to the Viking society. Did you know that by the time you're 11, your motor skills are at their peak of development? Did you know that the chances of being born at the stroke of 11 on the 11th of November are 137 million to 1?
Actually, if you factor in the leap year continuum, I believe it's 140.
Thank you, Turbo. Rob's streaming tonight too, and that'll make me happy. And then
And
tomorrow I
fake
get
Ron's
Turbo.
shtick is
and
that
I'll
he
Callie stream tonight.
has allergies, I guess.
Happy day.
Hey, look.
That's me, except I don't chew. I go achoo, and it's very loud, and I deserve to make myself a sneeze compilation YouTube page. I could be so rich.
Toxic snot, yeah.
I need
What?
to.
I think I missed something.
Hey, look. Cool. Toxic snot, yeah.
I don't understand that at all. The biggest thing you need to know about the mystical adventures of Billy Owens is that the script is unintelligible. It literally does not make sense. I looked up a review of the movie ahead of time that called the storyline completely incomprehensible, and I just assumed that they were being hyperbolic for humor's sake. No. The dialogue in this movie feels like a random word generator.
Kurt's gonna kill you.
That's the smartest thing you said all day, Fritzface. What to do now?
I wish I remember how many times they've changed my gauze by now. I feel like it's 5?
Well, adults carefully ration out
Ugh,
their venom.
I just
A
want to be
baby snake
done.
lacks self-control and will release a much higher dose of venom in its bite.
Characters routinely say things about nothing to no one in
Gauze
particular,
counter.
and it is a chore to figure out
like
what
blood.
the plot actually is. I'm still not entirely clear. So there's an incredibly long,
My
nonsensical
first was, like,
chase scene where the
12,
kids run away from
238.
fake Malfoy, Crab, and
Time is
Goyle,
it? I'm
and
getting
Billy
hungry.
ends up in a mysterious pawn shop where he
238
meets
to
Rowdy
3,
Roddy.
3:30, 4, 4:30, 5. I think this is my 5 o'clock-ish one. I think I'm about to do my 6.
I don't know the
Robert
circumstances
Pattinson, love
around
me.
getting Roddy in this movie. He is definitely here to bring the production some star billing, but I have a sneaking suspicion that he improvised most or all of his scenes.
Time waits for no man.
No, they don't have blood turbo.
Or birthdays.
What is that movie called? The Mystical Adventures of Billy Owens. Leslie, thank you so much. We're doing. I'm.
Do you want to hear what they sound like?
Micah. Hi, Micah. We're learning about. Thank you so much again, Leslie, for the raid. Sorry, I'm very like, wee. I'm tired. My body. We're learning about knockoff Harry Potter movies because that's what we're now living with in this age of post J.K. Rowling. But there was a cast member I recognized, and I was like, what the fuck? She's somebody. No one has pictures? Who's the mom? This person. Thanks, ridiculous Randy. I'm glad you think I'm hot with this on my mouth. I cannot. I'm so sorry, me here. Sorry, rated easy. Thank you so much, Leslie. How was your Lux game? Was it Lux game? What is she in? Ghost Trap? No, this one was in other stuff. Maybe she's like take temperature. It's too hot. This chatter is cringe. I just want to see if they're gonna say anything else. 103 outside. I got rolled, not Lux. I'm so sorry. Sorry, I like keep whacking my mic and stuff. Okay, so this is the guy that has the most credits. What is he in? I don't know who this guy is. I think Kelvin is pretty good. Shut the fuck up, Turbo. It's so hot. Because Callie is Allie. Oh, I didn't even read it. Callie, my brain is slow. Is useless chat? Callie's not a useless chatter. I enjoy him. Oh my god, I cannot find out what this other woman is in, but she looks so recognizable. I'll point her out in a second. Thank you for the lurk, Leslie. Thank you for the raid.
I sing, waiting for you. My goodness, ice cream. Go get it.
Okay, bye. See you.
The kid keeps looking at the director.
Curtain climbers.
They also clearly shot no coverage whatsoever, and I wonder if they just had him for a couple of days and could only do
Thank
like
you so
one or
much
two
for the
takes of
follow,
everything.
ridiculous
So Roddy
Randy.
sells Billy a magic wand, and that night
He
at the
followed even though Callie banned him. Oh goodness. Dude, my guy, do you have a fetish for wisdom teeth? Can you send an unban request? I wanna I think he did. Guys, we get an unban request we can review. Alright, Randy, are you ready? Chat, we're gonna read the unban, and then you guys get to vote, okay? I'm excited to see what this says. Alright, I'm putting the poll up. I also don't like that he spelled ridiculous wrong. Ridiculous. Alright, I'm putting it up for 2 minutes. Let me see what this says. Baby bitch ass virgin mod. Do we do we unban this guy who says baby bitch ass virgin mod? That's a compelling reason. Alright, ridiculous Randy, you're at 2 for stay banned and 0 for unbanned. 3 for ban and 0 for unban. The truth doesn't hurt. How do I turn off my player? Just gonna pop this out real quick so it's not there. Alright, need commas. Also ridiculous. It's spelled wrong. I'm still mad about it. To women, I just like that he came onto mine calling me hot while I'm like putting an ice pack on my face. I thought it was very funny. Like, yes, this is the time to come on here and hit on me. And when I, in fact, did not invite any of it, nor wanted it. This is the only place he probably can talk to women. Baby bitch virgin mod. Well, okay. Callie is a baby, but he's a cute baby. Bitch ass, I call him that all the time. Virgin, I know for a fact. Callie is not a virgin. Mod, he is my mod. Wait, oof, I sent that to Micah. It's a good tweet. 5 bans? I'm sorry. Ridiculous Randy, you have no comeback. You will be staying banned. We will miss you for spelling the word ridiculous wrong. Hope you have a good time being the virgin that you are, looking to talk to women on the only place you can find them, Twitch, because everyone else thinks you're too spelly to stay near you. Very sad. Please take a bath and wear some cologne and deodorant. It will help. I'm quite literally all of those things except virgin. I will admit that. It's true. He's our bitch ass non-virgin mod. If you're gonna insult Callie, at least be completely truthful. Like, you said 4 out of the 5 things is truth, but we needed 5 out of the 5, and that would have helped your case a lot. Yeah, go get your wisdom teeth out. I'm enjoying the weirdos that have been coming into stream lately. They've been funny.
Stroke of 11, the magical powers begin to manifest.
Yeah, you need to like dig deep, but we need like a 5 out of 5 truth. We can't do 4 out of 5. We can't even do 4.5 out of 5. Not even a 4.9. We need a 4 out of 5. I mean, we need a 5. We need a 5 out of 5.
Next day, the kids head back to the pawn shop to find out more.
Bitch ass cringe megalodon mod.
Please.
True, kitty.
Because please is the magic word. Ha ha ha.
The kids talk with Rowdy Roddy again, and we find out that there is some magical treasure map that they need to get for some reason. I'm not clear on all the details.
I want to be with their Callie.
Maybe isn't. No. So these nonsensical and confusing scenes, they're all stitched together by a poorly written voiceover from fake Hermione, where she tries to explain what the characters are doing and why, and if you can follow any of it, you deserve a medal.
I am so lost. I have no clue.
I really wanted to figure this out, so after rewatching this movie 4 times and pausing to take meticulous notes, here is what I have gathered. The town of Spirit River is allegedly where the Vikings came ashore in the New World.
That's a good question.
They had magical powers, and they hid a treasure, and they put a dragon there to guard it.
Maybe
and
Miki and Saltman.
And that map has been handed down through the generations to Billy. Except the evil teacher bad guy is a villain trying to get that treasure for himself.
That's
and so
not Ymir.
Someone took that map.
I've banned Miggy just to get him to stop using TTS because it genuinely gives me a headache sometimes. And so is Saltman. I think Micah definitely has more than Yumi here. I think that's your first time in my chat.
And hid it inside of a book, and that book has been hidden.
He's making his video
somewhere
right
in the
now
town
here.
to keep the location of the treasure
I have
secret.
to change out
and
my
now
gauze in
Billy
7
has
minutes.
got to hurry to find that treasure first.
And I don't have an ice
I
pack.
think. The kids decide to hit up the local library, but there is a restricted section that they are not allowed into.
Sound familiar?
So they stay past closing time and they try and sneak into the forbidden section, and there is
This is
a
what
really,
Canadians
really
think
rough sequence
Harry
where
Potter
they try
is,
to
though.
avoid this library security guard who you can tell really thought that this was going to be his big break. There are several shots in this sequence where the editor has chosen to mute the
Turbo,
sound.
don't be
You can
mean to
tell that the
Plimbo.
guard had some dialogue in these scenes, but evidently the delivery
Micah, I think you might be one of the people with the most bans in my chat because of Callie. But 10, you know what, that's it, the 10 timeouts.
Or the sound quality was
He's
so
bad.
poor that the editor decided to just cut it out. The result is that the chase sequence is totally nonsensical. I don't know why they're looking for this particular book or what it has
Micah
to do with
saved.
this microfilm. It is not explained at all,
I did
even
mod
though
Micah
there is
here.
narration. So the kids find this special book.
What the fuck? It takes up 70% of your CPU. Why? Mine's only taking up 2.9 right now.
Book that contains a flashback scene where you find out that Rowdy Roddy and the evil teacher have history. I guess the book has
Plimbo,
magic
no!
DVD bonus extras. The scene then gets interrupted by the appearance of the big bad.
I hope
in
Wendy's
question,
does.
Except fake
Has
Malfoy.
Tony the Tiger... I keep pausing, I'm so sorry. Has Tony the Tiger streamed yet? I want to be in that stream. Also, Chuck E. Cheese streams, I miss those.
It works for him now. The kids escape and the next day plan how they're going to face fake Malfoy at school.
So, what are we gonna do about Kurt?
I don't know. You got any suggestions?
Oh,
Well, I was
no,
thinking
not
we could all
Kurt.
stick together and make it to the pawn shop.
Yeah, like, sure, that's all we have to do
I'm
is
a
outrun
sweet
him.
princess.
But what if he follows us with his cronies?
I don't know. That's when we have to run as fast as we can.
Like a snipeable for Callie.
Was this the actual scene as written, or were they just recording those kids talking? So while all this is going on, there are these weird vines that are apparently growing throughout town that I guess are like poisonous or something, and this is a big threat because of reasons. It has something to do with a wolf, or wolfsbane, and
We
Loki.
got
I promise
4
all this
minutes
stuff is in there.
until
Billy
I got
and fake
changed.
Malfoy then have a showdown during gym class, and I guess it's epic. I couldn't tell though
And
because
new
none of
ice
it is in
conferences.
focus. Billy gets attacked by fake Quirrell and is saved by fake McGonagall, who is friends with Billy's
Thank you,
parents,
Shawnee, I
who also
appreciate
happen to
it.
know about the magic treasure.
Really?
Turns out practically everybody in this town are secret wizards. That night, fake
I
Quirrell
saw!
sets
No HUD. His name is like Bogar. Okay, this guy in Overwatch. No HUD, no audio. And like, just, yeah. And he went from bronze to GM, only playing Winston. Wild. That's so insane. I can't imagine. But he did. He also had no comms at all. You couldn't hear. There's just everything. Shiny, I love you. Monkey, you're a fucking monkey, Turbo. Go away. Go stream, okay? I need you to stream. Also, okay, wait. Turbo, no. This is my brain. It's going that way. Turbo, no. So I got on the first rounds for the Spotlight Awards. And there's just so many fucking names on that goddamn list. I just like voted for myself, and everyone that I saw that I knew and recognized, I was like, Poggies. That's it. I'm only going to tweet about once. That's all I'm going to push it. But I made Turbo last night. They're redoing their clip section. I made Turbo last night. Email them his clip because that's what they want them to do now. And if there's a voting section for that, you bitches better be fucking ready to tear apart the town to get Turbo to win for best clip, okay? We're going to put that dance clip and we're getting it on the Spotlight Awards. This is the last thing I do, all right? It's such a good clip, and I'm very willing to infiltrate with this one silly, ridiculous clip. It's so good. It's so good. That's the only thing I'm gonna be campaigning and really pushing for. I thought it was so cool that everyone's names were on there anyways. But if they're gonna keep doing clip voting and voting for clips, even though they're redoing all of that, Turbo better fucking win, okay? Turbo's winning. We're gathering all the troops, and Turbo's winning with that clip. With that dance clip, I'm gonna pull up the dance clip right now, and we're gonna bask in it. This is all I want, okay? Take this swollen, hurting jaw and face and mouth and think about Turbo and what we could do with this clip.
Dance to this shit if you don't fucking stop, Saltman. I'm gonna dance to this shit. I'm gonna dance to this shit if you don't stop. I can't fucking believe this, dude.
How do you move like that? It's so good. How do you do that? He's also wearing Twitch shorts. Do it! Go, Turbo, go! You hear Liam yelling in the back, I think.
I'm gonna dance to this shit if you don't fucking.
Don't care. I don't care about anything else in the Spotlight Awards. I just want. Can we please? Can we please? Can we please? Please. It's so good.
I'm gonna dance to this shit if you don't fucking. If you don't fucking stop, Saltman, I'm gonna dance to this shit. I'm gonna dance to this shit if you don't stop. I can't fucking believe this, dude.
I can't even do it. Someone's spamming the train wrecks jam.
I'm gonna.
It's so good. It's so good. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go change out this gauze. I will be back. I'm gonna put another ad. I'm gonna press play on the video. I'll be right back. Enjoy this, and I'll be back. And I'll probably only hang for a little bit longer because my mouth is really starting to hurt, and I feel like it's from talking.
The pawn shop on fire, and Billy used
clip on loop, clip on loop. Can I loop this? I can't loop this. I can't loop this. I cry. I spelled gauze wrong, Turbo. I can't loop it. How do I loop it? You know what? Fuck you, Twitch. I don't care about hosting. Can you add looping at least? You can add so many things by now. Okay, bye.
This is his magic to save Rowdy Roddy.
Go, Billy, go! Get out!
No, I'm not leaving you!
Go!
Get up! This pawn shop is gonna go up in flames, and I'm not letting you die here! Get up, you old man!
Why is Billy suddenly acting like a Marine?
The next day, the pawn shop is back to normal, and Roddy is fine because magic. And then, out of nowhere, the kids get teleported to like a snow planet, where there's this weird, like, little demon guy in a Halloween mask.
So there's a door that takes them to the river that gives them access to a phoenix, and only Billy can use the key to get through the invisible door because he is 11 years old, and that's significant.
They find something called the Altar of Destiny that takes them to a cave in Old Spirit River, which leads to the last sequence of the movie, which is so poorly lit that I cannot for the life of me tell you what is happening half the time. I think the stuff that they do in this cave is meant to be like a take on Harry Potter going through all of those trials to get to the Sorcerer's Stone. There's like a puzzle room, and then there's a creepy skeleton guy. I think this is Loki. Maybe. Loki fits into this somehow. I remember his name popping up. Fake Ron finds a magic sword and he beats the skeleton guy. Peep those visual effects. Then they get into the deepest part of the cave to face off in a final battle against Fake Quirrell and the mystical dragon. And through the power of friendship, Billy and his friends win the day. But just as it looks like the story is finally getting wrapped up, we cut back to Fake Malfoy in the cave to discover there's a cliffhanger ending, which leads us to the movie's sequel. I'm shooting this next review on a different day because I just needed a break. Let me just throw this out there. The sequel is way better. Not good, I want to make that abundantly clear. None of it is good, but not as terrible as the first one. Billy Owens and the Secret of the Runes opens with a series of title cards interspersed with scenes from the previous movie, I guess in an effort to get first-time viewers up to speed. Mind you, none of these clips actually offer much context, but whatever. So this movie was evidently made like 2 years later, and our characters have grown up a bit. Rowdy Roddy is back with a haircut, and his dialogue is as zany as ever.
Our power comes from white magic.
The kids are spending the summer learning magic from the old man and using their free time to build a tree fort, plus the carnival's in town. Yay! I get the feeling that they had a lot of sound problems this time around because the dialogue in this part
knockoff movie. It's Canadian Harry Potter. This is you, Rob. I had like, oh god, I like gagged in a weird way, sorry.
The movie is completely looped over after the fact.
Hey Mom, hey Dad, can we go play some of the games?
I don't know. They're not as easy as they look.
But Billy's a really good thrower, Mrs. Owens.
And no one can toss rings like me.
Let's go, pay the man.
Thank you.
Woo. Concentrate now. Through the hole.
Just off the top.
Come on, don't worry.
Yes!
Yes! We have a winner. Ladies and gentlemen, even a boy can win. He's won a bowl, a thin bowl. Now beat it, kid, you're bothering me.
What the fuck?
You got your prize.
What the
now get out of here before you make me mad.
Look, ADR is hard. At least they're making an effort to have better sound this time around, so I'm gonna give them a pass. Also, you might have noticed that our hero Billy's voice has changed a bit. Can't really tell if this is because the actor was going through puberty or if the looping just brings it out more. So Billy uses his magic wand to help fake Hermione cheat at a carnival game, and the lady running the stand rewards her with a cursed necklace. The kids run into fake Malfoy, and we get the sequel's first showdown.
Well, if it isn't the three amoebas, all for one, one sell for all. Get it? Amoebas sell.
Yeah, we get it.
Why kid makes jokes about amoebas?
I'm always surprised that you have enough brain function to stand on two legs and speak at all.
I'm gonna punch that smart mouth of yours right off your face.
You sure you want to try? Maybe you should check with your master before you make any decisions with that tiny brain of yours.
What the fuck?
Our heroes hit up a few carnival rides, eventually ending up in a Ferris wheel that breaks down after fake Malfoy tampers with it. I guess he's just trying to straight up kill them. We find out that evil teacher guy is back and he's teamed up with the scary carnival lady. After narrowly escaping death, the kids go to Rowdy Roddy for help, but his soul ends up trapped in the cursed necklace.
Oh no!
Billy's parents and fake McGonagall show up to help the kids move Roddy to a safe place and together hatch a rescue plan. And here the storyline shenanigans start. So they learn that the necklace's curse can only be broken by connecting it to a corresponding magic scepter, which is linked to the town's lunar cycle. When the moon is in the right position, the necklace and the scepter are to be brought together and a sacrifice performed, something, magical celestial bodies. Long story short, the kids have 2 days to find the scepter and save Roddy's.
It does mean
Billy and fake Ron bike around in the woods and share a heart-to-heart.
How come we have to ride all the way out here?
Because Mandy's always coming into town, and it's only fair that if we come out here once in a while. Anyway, the farm's kind of neat.
Yeah, I didn't understand any of that.
So then we learn that fake Hermione's cousin Danny is in town for the summer, and the boys, after meeting her, are totally smitten. She joins the team, and the now party of 4 decide the best way to look for the scepter is to, I guess, finish building their tree fort. While Billy uses his magic wand to supersize the home base, fake Hermione uses a literal magic marker to draw some kind of magic symbols, aka runes, to turn the fort invisible. Also, fake Hermione can use magic now, just roll with it. So they spend the morning inside the fort getting Danny up to speed and plotting their next move. Peep those discount Walmart tap lights, peep this line delivery.
Okay, enough with the history lesson. So what are we gonna use for the cave?
Also, Danny's holding a ferret in some scenes.
It's so good!
The cursed
It's
necklace
so
starts glowing and
good!
Roddy's spirit breaks through, allowing him to speak to the kids. He spends the next few minutes rambling incoherently.
The evil of ignorance. Greed is a merciless taskmaster, and for those it holds, will fight relentlessly in its service. Never underestimate danger. Many things greater have significance far beyond the literal meaning.
The
He
fuck?
tells
Is
the
this
kids to
in
go to
Deathly
fake
Hallows?
McGonagall, who gives each of them charm
Dude, me
necklaces
here. He's a
for protection
WWE
before
guy.
sending them back to the creepy cave from the first movie. So at this point, the kids, they start talking to each other about these, like, special magical runes that they're gonna need to solve once they're back in the cave. I really didn't understand how they got this information, or why it's relevant. Like, how do the kids even know that that magic scepter is there in the cave in the first place? I feel like there was a
trip with
scene that
kids.
explained all this that they just forgot to put into the movie. Like, these magic runes just kind of show up in the plot, and it's like something we're already supposed to know about. Still have no clue where they came from, and I watched the movie 3 times. At this point, I kind of lost the thread on the storyline.
According to legend, Odin, the chief of the Norse gods, speared himself to a tree in self-sacrificial attempt to receive occult knowledge. While he hung suspended for 9 windy nights, he learned the mysteries of the runes.
Yeah, it just goes on and on and on like this. None of it means anything.
As a true gift from Odin himself. It is believed that the similarity to...
Hold on. I said I only knew one thing about runes. Not that I wanted to know more.
After the sun has gone down, they start hearing bumps in the night and soon prepare to face off against unseen horrors.
Come on, guys. We can do this. Just calm down. We just have to stick together. It's gonna take all of us as a team. We're doing it to help Thurgood.
I don't really know him that well, anyway.
Oh, come on, Danny.
We don't know him
we
at
need you.
all.
Aren't you supposed to help
Let
somebody
him
who's
die.
in need?
Let
Wouldn't you have
him
wanted
die.
somebody if...
Oh, my dog came out of room.
Yeah, okay, I'll stay.
You know, fight 1 or 2 dragons, it's not that bad. It's like kind of fun. Let's
It's
go.
kind of fun.
It's time.
I tell ya, it's just like watching Chamber of Secrets. The team heads back to the creepy cave, but this time they've upped the production value with some snazzy effects.
So when's the watch party? Good question.
Oh, give me a break!
Oh my god, it's so bad.
After finding a secret tunnel, they all jump in and make their rendezvous with destiny.
Oh my god.
Alright, take a deep breath. Close your eyes, don't open them for any reason. 1, 2, 3, go!
This is just looks just like kids playing pretend with bad VFX.
Do something! Anything! Do something! Anything! Swish and flick!
You can tell they really pulled out all the stops for the CGI budget this time around. I'm here for it. I just wish that I had like any sense of what was going on.
You're
Like,
not
what
wrong.
are these fish things? How
Yeah,
is
what are those
Danny
fishy
climbing
things?
on a beam of light? What is fake Ron doing with this sword? Is that supposed to be a scar? After they get a hold of the staff, they're all randomly teleported to who knows where, and they
What
get
the
chased by a
fuck?
werewolf. So they finally manage to make their way back home. Fake Malfoy shows up, except now he acts like Gollum.
What the
Don't
fuck?
know why. And to make matters even more dire, bad guy teacher launches an all-out assault on the invisible treehouse. Rowdy Roddy's spirit shows up to give the kids some encouragement for the final battle and to warn them that even if they win, breaking the necklace's curse will take giving up their magical abilities. Why? Because. So the final battle commences and Billy and Bad
Limbo.
Teacher trade spells back and forth while the rest of the kids work
It all
on
looks so
joining the
bad.
necklace to the scepter. It's all very thrilling, Believe me, fake Ron manages to master
Let's scrape
sword
on his
magic,
neck,
and
though.
Billy learns to fly.
What?
Billy can fly?
They fly now?
He flies now. Our heroes win the final battle and traverse a spooky forest to find the place for the scepter's sacrifice. They're followed the whole way by an angry, invisible archer and eventually come head to giant floating head with fake Malfoy. Why is he a giant head? Your guess is as good as mine. He chases them across the forest into an old lighthouse. There's a cheesy sword fight, and our four friends work together to, I guess, just kill him. They completely gloss over the implications of this. With the sun rising, the kids perform the scepter ceremony and save Rowdy Roddy's soul.
Wow. You can say that again. They're so happy. Oh,
What
look.
the fuck?
Who are they? They're the Valkyries. They have come to take the souls back to Valhalla.
This is all
Sure,
Norse.
just throw some Valkyries in there at the last minute, who cares? And thus concludes
Turbo,
the
are you
saga
playing-
of Billy
are you
Owens.
playing
It left us
old
with far
school
more
RuneScape?
questions than answers. I know that some of you weirdos watching this are going to feel an uncontrollable urge to seek these two movies out for yourself, to watch them. Let me implore you not to do that. It's not worth it. Like, the thing that I enjoy about watching and reviewing these ultra low budget movies is that they're like an opportunity to find diamonds in the rough, directors or like performers that are on the cusp of stardom. Maybe there's a storyline that breaks the mold or covers new and interesting ground. The Billy Owens films are not this. This really just feels like a high school TV video class finals project that
Wow,
for some
look at
reason
that.
ended up being
Wow,
an
look at
internationally
that.
distributed DVD.
Hello? Is anybody here?
Even the performers don't buy that they're in a real movie. The kid playing Billy, like, breaks character and smiles anytime he has to do anything physical. Both the grown-ups and the kids mumble through their lines with like a sort of vague confusion. Plus, everybody keeps accidentally looking into the camera lens. This drove me crazy. I don't get it. The first rule they teach you is not to do that.
You
Every
scare
scene
me,
in this
Rob.
movie feels like it was
An
shot
Oscar. I mean,
once,
this
and then
movie's
they've
so
moved
bad.
on without reviewing the footage. Stuff is constantly out of focus. Characters are constantly stepping on each other's dialogue, and the plot feels like they just made it up as they went along. I do not understand how these movies came to be. If anybody has any insight, I would love to know more. They clearly wanted to make something that capitalized on the Potter mania of the time, and you know what? Given that these were released before streaming had really taken off, back when direct-to-video DVDs were the norm, the cover art, I'm sure, managed to trick enough people into
Turbo.
buying copies
That's
to
really
make
Turbo.
the movie's
It's a
budget
Turbo
back. This
time.
happened a lot back then. If you wanted people to think that your movie or your book was going to be the next Harry Potter, just crib the branding. Like 2010's The Adventures of Chris Fable, which is a bizarre movie in and of itself. Where do I even begin?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. This is gonna be so bad.
I guess the biggest thing that you need to know about The Adventures of Chris Fable is that the movie is nothing like what's being advertised. So when you check out the cover on the DVD, you think, oh cool, it looks sort of like an aged up Harry Potter, possibly Lord of the Rings hybrid, where a promised child becomes a great warrior in a mystical world. Time to believe, a lost boy in a magical land. It all sounds like a whimsical coming-of-age story for teens. No, that is exactly not what this is. Pop the DVD in, and when you hit play, you find out very quickly that you've been bamboozled. The eccentric Harry Potter stylings are all gone, replaced with this really bad, grungy Western aesthetic with a Dust Bowl guitar-picking soundtrack. This movie doesn't have anything to do with magical worlds at all. It's actually a very loose adaptation of Pilgrim's Progress, set in like a post-apocalyptic junkyard. This is just like straight up false advertising. But you know what? I bought it, so I sat through it. Guess I hoped it would like turn itself around at some point. It didn't. The camera work is headache inducing. The audio is muddy. All the shots are either overblown or underlit and have this annoying haze added to them that makes you strain your eyes because everything looks like it's out of focus. I think they did this to cover up the really rough CGI. They seem to have just thrown a ton of annoying transitions and dirt and grime effects over over everything and mask how bad it is? Why not just lean into it instead? Pull an incredible bulk. The acting and the soundtrack is just all over the place. I honestly think I'd be...
Thank you so much. It's so nice to see you. What the fuck? Hi, Colors. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for leaving a lurk and saying hi. That's so sweet.
Way more forgiving if I didn't feel cheated. Also, a warning if any of you go looking around for this movie so you can watch it yourself.
I don't know, that's my Not Bevan fan pal, okay? We watch Not Bevan together and we talk and chat and we hang out, alright? Colors and I, we're buddies like that. As I sit like this.
Be aware, you can get motion sick from watching this thing. Of all the knockoffs that I watched for this video, this is the one that I had to physically stop watching and take periodic breaks because the editing is so bad that you get whiplash.
I
What
am
the
very
fuck?
specimen of a
Why is he like a Mad Hatter?
Merchandise, instructional, medicinal, contraptional. I sell artifacts, historical, and fix the gastronomical. From Valerian root to Wampsby glue in order categorical. I'm very well equipped too with all matters directional. I manufacture maps for
I can't believe this is a real scene. Oh my god, this is awful.
Place, I'm teaming with a lot of news, with many cheerful facts about the path that you decide to choose.
That's our
Some may
quirky
call me
Mad
worldly,
Hatter.
but I prefer temporal or practical. You good sir, my little friend, they call me what you like, just know I'm informational. In short, I've merchandise instructional, medicinal, and oh yes, contraptional. It's true, I am the very specimen of a snakeskin or a salesman.
That hurts so much.
Stop. If you ever want to know why the 180-degree rule is
Why are they all
important, just watch
Western,
this
though?
movie and you can see what happens when somebody throws it out the window. The Adventures of Chris Fable is straight up movie clickbait. It mimics the look of a successful franchise and then pulls the
Not
rug out
enough
from
cuts.
under you to present something conceptually different and
Me here,
poorly
no.
executed. The foreign movie market tried similar tactics, some of which were really on the nose,
the
like
ice compress got
2008's
warm.
Harry Potter, a comedy of
What the
terrors.
fuck?
This Indian funny flick actually managed to earn a lawsuit from Warner Brothers, who tried to stop the release of the film altogether due to the similarity of the title. The movie's producers insisted in court filings that the title choice was
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. His lighting is an upgrade, but how much he is to the left side and he's just like a tad off center is hurting me. It hurts. I'm in pain. I don't like it. His lighting's so nice. It looks great. But man, his alignment just not being dead center or not like I don't like it. I don't like I'm sad and I'm mad and my mouth hurts.
Hari is a common Indian name and the last name of Putter just means son.
They made a whole song? Oh fuck, that's a
Though they're
bomb.
clearly trading on the fame of the name, the movie itself has pretty much nothing to do with the wizarding world at all and is instead mostly a ripoff of Home Alone.
What?
In the movie, a 10-year-old boy named
Oh,
Harry
is
Potter
that
is
a
moved
bad
to the United
animation?
Kingdom and finds himself forced to defend his new house from two burglars while his parents are away on vacation. So, you know, pretty much Macaulay Culkin.
You've
Still,
seen
though,
this?
I gave it a watch.
What the? Me here.
I am fascinated.
It's okay. Really wished I'd had subtitles. Plenty of slapstick moments throughout, next to Billy Owens and Chris Whistlebridges.
he's
as
kinda in the
practically
center.
Citizen Kane. For a far better foreign knockoff, we've got to talk about Abracadabra, the School of Magic. It's a 2004 Bollywood
face is
flick
wet.
that actually manages to put an interesting spin on the wizarding world by incorporating a ton of its own culture. Hands down, Abracadabra is the best of everything that I watched because there is something crazy happening in every single frame, and there is no telling what I would see on screen next. Compared to all the other knockoffs, this thing seemed like a huge production. There's a massive cast, tons of beautiful costumes, visual effects, choreography. I sat through this entire 2.5-hour epic, not understanding a single word and not caring, just because of the spectacle of it all. As best I could piece together, the story centers around fake Harry Potter, who travels to a very Indian version of Hogwarts that I honestly think I might like better than the real thing. His dad is the equivalent of escape artist Harry Houdini, and he dies during a magic act when fake Harry is young, leaving him and his mother to continue on without him. I think there's like some kind of Willy Wonka-esque golden ticket subplot that gets Harry to the school. I'm not quite sure. I think they do it twice, actually. From there, the movie pulls out all the stops, giving us a totally Bollywood version of the acclaimed franchise. It has
So warm in
basically
my room.
everything. Spellbinding castle, students in fancy robes, 3 main heroes, a rival with bad hair, magic wands, kooky characters, invisibility gumdrops, the Great Hall, moving portraits, funny ghosts, a forbidden forest with creepy spiders, Shaft, venomous snakes, scary Death Eaters, creepy spirits.
What?
If it was in the original Harry Potter, they pretty much covered it. It even had the same runtime as the first movie.
Either I have reached full delirium, or this is like the greatest movie ever made.
Plus, they
He has
found
barely shown any footage of him watching these things, and I think maybe in total it's added up to like 3 minutes of it. So it's like 3 minutes out of like what? How much time? Like maybe like 5, 6, 7 hours of movie watching.
room
Yikes.
for classic Bollywood singing and dancing. It all feels like a weird fever dream, as if a production team in India binged the first 3 Harry Potter flicks and said, hey,
a
let's
little
do
that way,
that,
please.
but for us. So you get these neat cultural touches
They're
and
still not
subtle
centered.
differences, like the broomsticks are replaced with magic carpets. They even have like an Indian version of Quidditch with shenanigans. a
No,
weird
I love Austin McConnell's videos, but I am very bothered by how just slightly off-center he is. But his lighting looks amazing.
Zubat orc hybrid pops up. The school's Dumbledore
Alright,
is
that was Thanos.
shenanigans. A weird Zubat
That's Thanos as a Zubat.
orc hybrid pops up. The school's Dumbledore is actually like a Rita Repulsa style villain. That's pretty neat. There's extensive product placement throughout the movie of Indian biscuits and colored pencils. Didn't see that coming. It has meaningful camera movement in scenes that indicate, you know, actual directorial decisions were being made. There are scads of hit or miss visual effects that you can tell took the team a ton of work to pull off. Stunts that clearly required planning to execute correctly. It really is a neat little film. I'm frankly shocked that it hasn't gotten more international attention.
Okay, I looked into this because I was curious. The story of this movie's production is crazy. Like, it needs its own video, so I think I'm going to make one. Hopefully, it'll be out by the time you watch this. I'll put links somewhere. Okay.
All in all, the Wizarding World has left a profound impact, not just
made a whole
on
video
books,
about
but
it.
the film world
I'm
too.
not gonna watch it now. I'm
revitalized the
afraid.
teen
I
fantasy
need off.
genre, reinvigorated the concept of
My
tentpole
mouth.
movies, and we still feel
While I'm
its
down,
effects today.
it's warm.
Regardless of the fact that its more recent installments seem to have drifted away from the story's original spirit, it's no wonder that in its heyday, plenty of companies were eager to
right here.
reproduce that
Like,
success for
uncomfy. It
themselves.
hurts,
But
it's
I think it's
uncomfy, but
telling
it's
that
not,
nobody
like,
else really
pain,
pulled it off.
so I'm
If you want to hear
okay.
me talk more
But I'm
about
just, like,
odd, low-budget movie
I'm just, like,
goodness,
tired.
I'm starting
Like,
to
my
grow a
mouth is
bit of a
tired.
playlist, or if you just want to see more weird videos
wanna
about
talk.
oddly compelling
I wanna
stuff,
curl up.
stick around to the end. This video was sponsored by
Fuck you, Squarespace. Squarespace, paste, eat my nuts, copy, paste, Squarespace. Alright. Wait, PS is playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. Guys, this game just came out today and I can't play it because I'm just like, oh. So I might be playing it next week, but I really wanted to. It's Sweet Panty's birthday too. So you better go say hi and you better give him some love. And you better say happy birthday when we get in there. I'm gonna go. When can you play it? I don't know, but I'm gonna go watch Feet Panties play it, okay? I wanna FaceTime you, Rob, and I wanna curl up and put this ice pack away and get more gauze. I need to get gauze in 4 minutes. It's Disney time, everybody. You better say happy girth day. It's happy girth day. Okay, I'm here. Okay. Bye-bye. I'll miss you all. I don't know when I'll be live next, but I'll see you then. This has been a nice short hour, 40-minute just chatting. I hope you all have a good day. I'll see you in chats and things. Bye-bye.